So if you clicked on this video, you're either in one of three groups. Number one, you actually like Battlegrounds games. You play these games a lot. Number two, you're a bit of a casual fan and you just want to see what I'm talking about in this video. Or number three, you don't even play Battlegrounds games in the first place, but you just want to see what this video is about. I have a very weird relationship with Roblox Battlegrounds games because I feel like I came at it at like the wrong time, you know what I mean? I first played Saitama Battlegrounds, like or the strongest Battlegrounds if you don't know. I first played that like I think in the very beginning, somewhere around 2023. That was the first time I ever had any experience with any Battlegrounds games ever, and I don't think at the time it wasn't even a trend. I think Saitama Battlegrounds was basically the first game that really started off this whole trend of Battlegrounds games and stuff like that. Well, I thought it was fun. It never really stuck to me like that much. I basically just went off of it. I tried Goofy Arena when that one came out. I tried some of the other Battlegrounds games when those ones came out. But other than that, I didn't really stick. The Battlegrounds genre didn't really stick to me like that. I think this is just for a number of reasons. Number one, when you play Battlegrounds, it's not really a game where you're able to just drop it for like a week or two and come back and play it. You can do that, but you can see in like every Battlegrounds game, there's a skill gap, very big skill gap between the people who started playing this yesterday and the people who started playing this like in the very beginning in 2023 or 2022 or something like that. You can see the difference because there's usually people who are massively talented at this game and there's people who don't know what they're doing. And personally, for me, like I'm a person that has responsibilities. I got a lot of shit I need to do. Like the amount of time I'm able to get on Roblox every single day is like an hour or two or maybe 3 hours of like leisure time on Roblox, even on weekends and stuff like that. And also I got like other games I need to play as well. So the most time that I can really allocate to, I guess, Battlegrounds on like a weekly basis is maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, I guess. And at this point, like back then when I was playing, it wasn't too bad. Saitama Battlegrounds back then, like people didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how the combos work, side dashes. They know none of that shit. They knew nothing. And I think back then it was only like, was it like the Saitama like one punch ability? That was about it. That was all we had back then. It was a much more simplistic as game. But I remember like watching my friends and my cousins play, I guess, strongest Battlegrounds like very recently. I think a few months ago, around December-ish, I think something like that. I remember just looking at like a Discord live stream or just watching beside them play like these games and like, yo, there's like 20,000 abilities now. What the hell? Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I think that the meta is definitely increasing a lot. It's a very, I guess, it's a very hardcore genre. It's like, it's for people who can really dedicate time to this shit. For like casual players, it doesn't really have too big of an appeal. Like for me personally, I don't have that much time to spend on Roblox. So I think some people may not really like the formula of Battlegrounds games because naturally it's a very, I guess it's a very skill dependent game, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go add on to this before I move on to my second point, which is talking about the ping. Definitely this is no fault in the developers themselves. The thing that makes Battleground games fundamentally different is that competitive games usually have like a rank or skill level rank. Think about, I don't know, CS2 for example. You have ranks depending on how good you are in the game and then you're matched with players among the same rank. The Battlegrounds genre is very chaotic by nature, and I think having a ranking system will go against the fundamental reason for having a Battlegrounds game in the first place. I think that's basically just how the game is designed, you know, like all the fighting styles and stuff like that. You can't have skilled matchmaking for people like the noobs to fight against each other and the pros to fight against each other and have competition. For me personally, with these games, I want to be challenged. Like if I'm getting just destroyed by other players, I'm not gonna play it. Or if I'm dominating an entire server, I'm not gonna go play it because it gets boring or it gets too hard. I want some actual challenge there for people that are around my skill level. With a game like CS2, that's very easy. I can just queue up with a bunch of friends, match with people inside my skill level, although that barely happens, and have a good time generally. In Battlegrounds games, usually I'm either getting outclassed or I'm outclassing other players, which either makes me really mad or really bored. And secondly, I think another one I gotta mention definitely is the ping, bro. The ping is definitely super duper annoying. I usually play on Asia servers. Like I'm fine, I'm from Asia, I live in Asia, I play in Asian servers, I get like 80 ping no problem. But this is something that I heard from some of my Oceania friends from South Brazil, some friends from Africa, shit like that. Yo, that ping is crazy, man. That ping is crazy. If I play in something that's more casual, like, I don't know, like Lethal Company, ripoffs in Roblox, like what I'm playing right now, like literally, I'm just talking about this shit on the fly. It's fine. It's fine. Like, this doesn't really depend on ping too much. I'm able to play with them just fine. But if I'm playing with friends, it feels very, I guess, if they don't got good ping and they can't help me, you know, and even if I'm competing against them, it doesn't feel fair, you know what I'm saying? It legit doesn't feel fair when I'm playing with them because they're getting like 200 ping, I'm getting 80, and every time I try to line up combos, it works, you know. Every time I remember trying playing on US servers, like servers all across the world for me, and God, bro, it was terrible. It was it was a stretch. I was just getting beat every time. It was just terrible, bro. And especially as like a casual player, that's like even like a double boost, you know what I mean? That's like a double nerf for me, you know what I'm saying? But I have to give credit where it's due. Most of the time, the hitboxes that are used in these Battlegrounds games are usually done right. A lot of people don't feel it. It's because a lot of people just have very shitty connection, you know, like 300, 400 ping. And that's not Roblox's fault at all. But usually, if I'm playing with other players that usually have 40 to 50 ping, you know, in private servers, Asia servers, like servers that are close to me and stuff like that, usually I find the hitboxes to be very fair. So I have to give credit where it's due. Like, genuinely, I think the strongest Battlegrounds, usually Battlegrounds games have a more accurate combat hitbox system compared to any other type of Roblox combat games. So the thing is, the Battlegrounds game is, I don't know, it's very similar to something like, I guess, CSGO or CS2 or LL or any other like competitive video game where if you're not up with the meta, if you're not up with the trends and stuff like that, if you're not actively part of the community, it's gonna be very hard for you to, I guess, to get good at the game, because this game definitely you need to be good at it to have some fun in it, and nobody is gonna be happy getting beat up over for like 20 hours in a row by some sweat that hasn't showered in like 20 days. And yo, oh my god, I just had this funny ass thought. Battlegrounds is like toxic as hell though. I feel like, I don't know, I think that's the nature of Roblox combat games in general, is that all of us are toxic as hell. Okay, I'm gonna start off with my own personal story. I remember, I think I was playing this one game and I remember getting teamed so heavily. Like, apparently I killed this dude like 2 to 3 times in a single Battlegrounds game. It wasn't even me trying to combo him or whatever. It was just us naturally spawning together, me killing him, stuff like that. But then he brought his homie over and I was just getting double and triple teamed. And I couldn't really do anything about it, to be honest. And they were mad trash talking in the chat. I talked about this with a bunch of friends, and honestly, like, it's such a common occurrence for teamers in Strongest Battlegrounds. It's so, like, it's so common, bro. I don't know what's going on. Why is it so common now? Why is teaming so common now? Whenever I play a game, half the time it's teaming, 50%. I'm gonna say like 50% of the servers there's at least a couple of teammates or a couple of friends working together and shit, stuff like that. When I play Strongest Battlegrounds with friends, I don't really necessarily want to team. Like, it's not good to team, to be honest. I feel like it isn't fair to like anybody else. I feel like even if you're friends, you should be able to fight each other, unless it's like a private VIP and you're just messing around, you know, you're going team matches and stuff like that. I think that's fine. But for me personally, like, teaming in the Battlegrounds game, it goes against like the definition of a Battlegrounds game in the first place. It's a Battlegrounds game. It's supposed to be all out warfare. Like, bro, come on. Why are you guys teaming? It's crazy. If you're a teamer watching this video, alright, bro, you know who you are, man. You know who you are. And also, I have to shine light on this. The amount of toxicity in Battlegrounds games right now is crazy. I don't remember it being this toxic. I remember it was still pretty toxic, like back in the day of when it was in like the first few months. It definitely was still toxic, but god, now it's like insanely toxic, bro. Whenever you kill someone, like half the time they take it personally. Like, I'm just trying to kill some people, have some fun in the game, you know what I mean? Have some fun with anime abilities. I can be cosplay as my favorite characters and stuff like that. Yo, some people actually get super duper pissed when you kill them like 2 to 3 times. It's insane. They take this Battleground stuff too personally, man, in my opinion. It's crazy how so many people take this Battleground stuff personally. It's so annoying because it feels like whenever I'm playing, I can't really just spar with people because I know like half the time they're gonna start trash talking in the chat, and that ruins the fun so much for me because I know that they're gonna be on me for the entire server, man. They won't stop. If I kill a dude like 4 to 5 times, like this kid, I've killed him like 4 to 5 times, he's gonna come at me literally for the entire time that I'm gonna be on the server, bro. God, it's so bad. It's literally so bad. And the thing is, none of this has to do with the creators. Of course, some of the creators of these Battlegrounds games, one thing that I have to note is that I have not found a Battlegrounds game with actually decent balancing. Like a lot, I know there's always metas in every single game, but the metas in these Battlegrounds games, in every Battlegrounds game actually that I've ever played, is crazy. I need to find a Roblox game, definitely like a Roblox Battlegrounds game that actually has like somewhat decent, I guess, I don't know, somewhat decent balancing, because I feel like there's some like powers that don't even get used at all anymore, just because, you know, it just went out of style, out of fashion. There should be a meta, but I feel like the disparity between good powers and like bad powers, it's too much for majority of these games, in my opinion. But then the funny part is this is the only part where the developers are actually at fault here. For most of the time, it's usually from other people, from Roblox. Like usually it's, you know, for ping, that's Roblox's issue. Like I don't think any of the players can change that, any of the creators can change that. And of course the player toxicity issue, I mean, they can moderate it, but I feel like there's no really good game that has been moderated by its developers very well, in my opinion. It's basically, that depends on the players, that's the players' fault. I feel like the community is just super duper toxic right now, and I'm personally fine with a bit of toxicity. Like I'm personally fine with it, but I feel like it's too personal, bro. It gets too much at one point. But like for me, I deal with enough in my life already. Like I don't want no problems in Roblox, bro. I'm just trying to have fun, having played some Roblox, but I swear to God, bro, there's some people that are in these games, in these Roblox Battlegrounds games, treating this as if it's their full-time job, and it's insane. And of course, you know, the balancing issues, that's only the fault of the developers. Like everything else, it's out of their control. They can't do anything about it. So it's like amalgamation of problems from like a lot of other parties that made me stop playing these Battlegrounds games. I haven't touched the Battlegrounds game for all of 2024, and I think it's gonna stay that way. Literally, I haven't touched it, I think, since like December or something like that, December 2023. And honestly, my life has been better. My life genuinely has been better. Legit, I've been working out more, I've been reading more. Legit, I became a better person without getting angry at Battlegrounds games. I'm never gonna touch one of these games ever again, bro. It's actually like, when people say that their lives are actually getting worse due to Battlegrounds games, I believe them, because I can see the buff that I'm experiencing now because I actually quit these Battlegrounds games. I actually don't like these games no more. I don't know, I think this is a problem with like Roblox combat in general. I see this in like, not even in other Battlegrounds games, I see this in like Roblox combat. I feel like Roblox combat, like PvP games, are naturally just super duper toxic inside of Roblox. But majority of them is like angry 13-year-old depressed kids. I think most of them are. And the thing is, I don't think shooters have this problem too much. First, personally, like whenever I play something like Phantom Forces, Frontlines, something that's more PvP, like similar to combat, I guess, I feel like it doesn't have this issue too much. I don't know if it's the audience difference, but I feel like people take things way more personally when it comes to combat, which in my opinion really annoys me, because I'm just trying to have some fun and I'm not trying to start any beef or like some oh my god, okay, like I swear to God, there's probably some people that have developed a superiority complex, like an actual superiority complex due to playing too many combat games, bro. Like they start treating me as if they're like anime superheroes or something like that while they're playing these games. It's insane, man. I feel like Roblox Battlegrounds is such like a mosh pit of toxicity, because it combines the fighting community, like the Roblox fighting community, which is naturally toxic in its own right, and it combines the anime community as well. And generally, I don't want to disrespect anime fans. I know there's a lot of big anime fans. Personally, I'm not too big on that stuff, but a lot of my worst experiences inside of Roblox have come from anime games, man. If you have done like trading in like those anime games, I've done some trading in like some of these anime games, and God, bro, like trading is probably the worst in these games compared to any other normal game. Like for example, Murder Mystery 2's trading is like completely chill, it's completely fine, even though I guess it gets kind of weird sometimes. Roblox, I legit have so many bad experiences with Roblox anime trading, man, especially in like Roblox anime tower defense games. Yeah, so when you combine two toxic communities together, you get a mosh pit of some of the worst people that you'll ever see in Roblox that fester in these Roblox combat combat games. It's just terrible, bro. So you know what? I'm actually like I had my fun with Battlegrounds games. I had some fun with them. I had a couple hours of fun with them. But personally, I will never touch any of these games ever again. Like for me personally, it's bad. It's bad. But it's just me though. It's just me. It's my opinion. This is just my opinion. Maybe you like it. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you agree with me. If you agree with me, that's sweet. But if you don't, argue with it in the comments, I guess. Like type out an angry comment or something. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about Roblox Battlegrounds. If you haven't gotten into it and you're this deep into the video, I recommend never trying it out, bro, because it has been a net negative in so many people's lives. So if you missed it, if you missed like the Battlegrounds hype and you want to get into it, you dodged the bullet. Don't get into this. It will actually make your life worse. I'm actually not joking right now. It will objectively make your life worse. Alright, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's a video they can check out right now. And I will see you guys later, I guess. Final rank S. That's actually pretty cool.
Never noticed her. Way back when they wouldn't do a show with her. Now they calling me so they can open up. I put you niggas on game. Put some respect on my name. Freddie can't live in legend.